Hello, welcome to Drowned with Dragons here on Monsters of Roll on Twitch. I'm DM Scott, with me as always.
Killian playing Maven Corpse Flower or the Amanita, a Circle of Spores druid and scholar of all things dead woods, trying to uncover mysteries from 1500 years ago and beyond.
And
Chris. Oh, sorry.
Mick playing Callan Den, rakish rogue from the big city of Dragonlock, who fell into a deal with a patron of the celestial variety named Terrafin, and is spreading the word across the continent.
Chris playing Theobald Blackstaff. Old Theobald was a master sergeant in the Dragoons until he was killed by the orc leader Gardash, brought back to life by the Grey-Eyed Maiden to be her champion as a war cleric. Along the way, he made a covenant with the mysterious Blackstaff to aid in its almost alien sense of justice.
Excellent. So, it's Tuesday. We're all back. Hopefully, everybody's had a good week. It's snowing in Minnesota.
Yay!
So, that's the thing. A little housekeeping right off the top, like always. We have no inspiration to give this week, but we do have something we'll get to in a little bit, which is inspiration-like. But I'm going to share my screen real quick just for that little graphic. Boop. Right? Yep, did it. Anybody who is watching, whether it be live or watching on YouTube in the future, hello, future people. You can send any inspiration you'd like to give, which gives our players a chance to re-roll or save it for an advantage re-roll or twist of fate or to penalize me in some way, and vice versa for me against them. Send to downwithdragonsmailbag@gmail.com. In the subject line, put inspiration, and then also our ever-growing table of magical or crazy or strange things that can just manifest and come out of Callan's, mouth hole region. There's been some interesting things as of late. A ring of the Walking Dead type of look. But yes, so any ideas, whether you think they're too crazy or too plain, whatever, send them in if you would like to get yours added to the list. Boop. Back over here. All right. As for the other little inspiration, we got sent a gift from a friend of the show, Catherine. She sent us all dice. And if everybody was responsible, nobody looked at all, nobody peeked. And we're going to open our dice right now. So everybody has theirs. We've taken the appropriate responsible actions with everything that's going on and got everybody their dice safely. And so let us open these and share what we received.
Mm-hmm. Do you want us to go one by one?
If you'd like, whoever gets theirs open first and has a reaction can go first. I'm not picky.
What I appreciate is that she wrote what's on it on our little thing so that we know, which makes me very happy.
Tiny knots.
Yeah, very tiny knots. Because I definitely didn't retie when I didn't peek, because I didn't do it. I didn't peek. I would never. I didn't go like this a little earlier today. Oh, wow. I've got mine open.
All right.
This is so freaking cool. Okay.
Yes.
You hear this? This sounds like good rolls.
What'd you get?
I don't know how. Okay.
Yeah, it's a
half
thing.
of them down. Yeah. Okay. So I got a beautiful mix of colors that goes gorgeously with my character. Okay, here's what we're gonna
Oh,
do.
that
Ooh,
worked. Yeah.
ooh.
Wait,
Ooh,
where's my
ooh.
hand? Here. Please.
There.
Yeah. And come on. Come on. It's not gonna work. Let me turn off my background. You're gonna see my room for a second. I know. I'm gonna break immersion here. Okay. Hello, my room's kind of messy. Okay. Here they are. They're so pretty.
Very cool.
Ooh.
I've got some aqua, I got some pastels, and I've got this beautiful stone one right here that's actually really heavy. I love it.
I believe that it is actual some sort of stone. Like there's one D20, I think that's in everybody's, that's an actual stone.
Yes.
Mm.
And it is, I've got Chessex Festive Circus, which is, okay, come on, work with me here. Which is this one. It's so bad. Okay, I can't. Okay, it's this one. And then we've got Chessex Borealis in teal. And then this one is Ruby in Zoistite.
Ooh,
And it's
Ooh.
beautiful.
Yeah,
that was very
Yeah.
cool.
very cool.
My dad just called me because I sent him our Twitch link.
Ooh.
Okay, what the hell's Twitch? Okay.
All
Who's
right.
next?
I'll share next.
All right.
Here we go. Try this.
Yeah, the virtual background makes it really hard.
Yes. All right. So we'll get rid of that. If I can.
I'm so happy. These are so cool. Thank you so much.
Okay.
Ooh,
Oh, very
Yes.
look at that.
There we go. All right. So wish I could get the light on it better, but what we have here, this camera doesn't do it justice because I'm looking at it right now, and these are absolutely scintillatingly beautiful. On the top row, we have the HD orange iridescent, and it says they're re-inked in pearly peach, and they catch the light, and they are just pretty glorious. And then bottom row, I have looks like the HD luminous ruby. I may have them. No, that's it. HD luminous ruby on the bottom. And then we have, I think, the D20. The D20 is,
Oh, it's red. It's
Oh,
almost
yeah.
like black.
That, yeah.
it is a synthetic garnet.
Oh, that's very
Very
cool.
cool.
Yeah.
That's cool.
And the camera just does not do these justice, that's for sure, because
They're
they
gorgeous.
are absolutely gorgeous. Yes.
We'll send you some better pictures and you can post those on Twitter if you want.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a good idea.
Yeah, we'll put that also on our Facebook page as well.
Thank you. Thank you.
My turn.
Yeah.
Ooh.
Ooh.
Ooh. Let's see how. Use the virtual background.
Oh, he's the professional.
I've been in quarantine for a while. Look at that.
Oh, very cool.
Yeah. So these are blue and purple jade, re-inked in metallic blue, or HD. Excuse me, HD blue and purple jade, re-inked in metallic blue. HD violet sulfur. I like that.
Mm-hmm.
Amethyst D20. These are very, I don't know if you can see that. These are all awesome. Thank you, Catherine. These are very, very cool. Look at that.
Wow.
Lower. There.
There.
Ooh.
There's like, I can't know how to, but it's transparent, but then there's this kind of inky purplish blue throughout, and then the gold inking. Very, very cool. Thank you very much.
Very cool.
This is awesome.
My turn.
Yes.
I gotta turn off the thing because that seems like a common theme.
It's just easier.
All right. I got 3 actual sets. One isn't actually for me. it is for Sealy Grizzle. So whenever I make Sealy rolls, I have to use these dice now because Sealy is, I'm guessing, a favorite. But Sealy's, as I show these, are HD fairy dice, and those will be very plain to see that they are that. And then I got some really cool ones. I got Gemini blue green, a light green Borealis dice, and then my extra D20 is a blue goldstone, like galaxy looking dice. So let me see if I can do this.
Ooh.
I gotta do it the other way with the other arm. So the fairy dice are right here up by the thumb.
They're beautiful.
Yeah, and the Borealis ones have kind of a cool like blue and green, kind of like a Aurora Borealis kind of thing going on. It's very, very, like, these are better than I deserve dice, and I can't wait to destroy all of you with them. I mean, play fun.
Yeah,
and
yeah, yeah,
fair.
yeah, yeah, yeah.
Yeah. Thank you, Catherine, so much. These are awesome.
Absolutely.
So yeah, these are gorgeous. I love them, and yeah, those are cool. Those are cool. Add that to the rotation. All right. Now with present time out of the way. Last time on Down with Dragons, the group decided on the icon that they were going to go after for the ritual that Gardosh asked them to be part of and to retrieve said item. They traveled south towards Mirrorvale to go after the Looking Glass. They made many phone calls, or sendings rather, along the way. Did I say many?
Well, that was just a few.
Okay, a couple. Yeah. Reaching out to a few allies and made their way to the cliffs that divide the continent in two, from east to west. There at the cliff, looking down at the 1,300-foot drop and thinking on their next move after some subterfuge of taking the cuff that was given to them by Blink that maybe could track them. They gave to, and I have found the notes, a flying death squirrel. They are known as Amikas. Such a cute name for such a, well, as our resident druid would say, a cute creature.
He's shaped like a friend. He's a
Named
friend.
Dennis.
That may be wanting to complete its mission as quickly as possible so that it can eat people.
Only if we die.
Not saying name. Right. Only if you die.
And not if he kills us. I made him promise.
Correct. There upon the cliffs, they investigate the area, trying to kind of look, get a game plan of what they're going to do. And suddenly they hear a voice down the cliff further along. They quickly investigate it and find a small little goblin, a friend, Leech, who seems just thrilled to be out here. And there, on this pleasant reunion, a few hours have passed, and sitting all around a campfire. That is where we're going to pick up. Near the cliff, little campfire. getting ready for tomorrow's journey, whether it be down the cliff or if there's other plans. But that is where we find ourselves.
How far away from the cliff are we?
Anyway, like let's say 40, 50 feet. I mean,
Theobald will. It's about dusk.
yeah. Yep.
Theobald will walk over to the cliff just to prove it to himself that he can and stare down it.
Make me a wisdom saving throw,
Oh,
just
damn.
for fun. Just for fun.
Oh, what's the cool new
Yeah. Set the tone.
wisdom saving throw? Crap. Of all the things I didn't pull up, that'd be the one. My sheet.
Your character sheet.
Character sheet.
You know, the thing I might need.
Yeah.
That would be a 23.
Oh, nice. Yeah,
Staring
you
into the abyss. Well, over the abyss.
The abyss stares back.
you beat me to it.
Sorry.
Come on. Let the DM work.
I'm
Give me the
sorry,
easy
sorry.
layups. There's a moment, little hesitation in your steps, but you power through and you gaze off the edge of the cliff, looking far, far down below. There is I'm guessing, dog hair just hanging out of the corner of my vision.
Are you aware of something or other?
Am I aware? What?
Are you a baby beholder where to ask?
Oh, well, you never know.
With dog fur.
Mhm.
Oh, so would Callan notice Theobald's apprehensive look
Roll
over
me
the
an
cliff?
insight check.
All right. That is a 16.
16. I mean, you may notice that there's definite, like, before he went and like kept stealing glances towards the cliff, but he did pretty darn good going up to it. So it's like maybe a sense in the beginning of some apprehension and then gets there, but then he's just hanging out there a little too long of like, what's going on, man?
Mhm.
Like,
As he gets closer, it looks like he forgets how to walk, so he's just
shuffling steps. You know?
Come back, but my legs are frozen.
Okay, well, Callan would have been wasting time not preparing too much for the cliff and perusing Nima's spell book, but upon seeing that, he'll meander over to Theobald, see if he can take his mind off the dread he's staring at right now.
All right.
Callan's coming up. Theobald's actually going to put a hand out under his shoulder if you allow it. Just hold steady for a second. I'm going to call Owl and see if I can send Owl kind of back and forth down the cliff. But I need someone to hold on to so that I don't get woozy and fall over.
Yeah, absolutely. So yeah, and just as you kind of get that, reaching out and making contact, you send yourself out, and maybe the mixture of your own apprehension and maybe a little bit of this new freedom that Owl is feeling. I mean, you're suddenly in vision of almost a dive bomb and then going straight across the cliff face, and it's just like yeah. like somebody who putting on the VR goggles the first time on a roller coaster, just like, oh yeah, okay.
I think
Little.
Unless Theobald said something, Callan probably thought, "Ooh, this is an endearing bonding moment. What's going on here?" But then when he gets it, he's like, "Oh, okay."
I mean, it is pretty
Damn
trusting for
allergies.
Theobald. Right. He's basically blind, and he is grabbing onto you. That's for him, that's a fairly trusting
Mhm.
act.
Right. And then Callan is going to just attempt to do the same thing Theobald is, knowing he's never done it before, and he's at least trying to figure it out. So he'll take the teaching that Theobald has so far given him, and whatever insight he's connected it to with Nima's spell book, if any, and just, ooh, I'll try. Let me try. Do the same thing. That
Okay.
sort of deal.
Yeah. Gosh, how to. I honestly don't know how, like, because that's not. Roll
gonna
me.
be- I'll
What?
just stare at my dice till you figure it out. New dice.
Roll me a. Let's go with a. Start off with a wisdom check.
Okay.
Straight wisdom check.
Ooh, that's a dirty 0.
Okay, that actually. Those dice knew what had to happen right now because the DM wasn't exactly sure how to. You just kind of have a. Okay. And that moment just goes almost awkwardly for a moment of just like trying to make a connection, and then it's like, what was I doing?
Perfect.
Thank you, dice.
Okay. Well, when Theobald comes back to the present location,
Yeah. How long? What are you trying to check out exactly there, Theobald?
Just scoping the the cliff face, right? Just checking
Yep.
out this 50-foot area or whatever.
Yeah.
I was trying to check out 200 feet at a time here.
Yeah. Owl's cruising.
I was having a
It's
good
a-
old time.
Yeah, roller coaster ride, zipping like once or twice, just literally just free fall straight down, just zooming, pulling up. Ooh, hot coffee, thank you. My wife knows that I have a little bit of a head cold, so she's bringing me hot things.
Thank you.
And so yeah, you're getting quite the view. The cliff face is for the first 200 feet or so, it looks pretty sheer. Further down, you do see there does seem to be some areas that kind of opens a little bit into like some actual spots that might even be like you could rest there if like it wouldn't be comfortable. It'd be sitting on the edge of a mountain, but it's like there are little spots here and there that could be used if but otherwise it looks pretty treacherous. You get all this in the unfortunate painstaking 30 seconds of just
Yep. No, that's fine. So nothing unexpected, basically.
No,
Yep, that's fine. That's good. There's no nests, no giant rock nests or anything crazy like that. So we're
not that you can see. Nope.
all right. All right. I'll pull myself out of Owl's vision and just let Owl go fly around, have fun, or whatever he does. And
Yeah.
just kind of pat Callan on the back and turn and head back towards the camp.
Mm.
It's going to be a climb.
Yeah. Well, and then he's gonna kind of just shuffle after Theobald and like see he's a bit taken aback by the size of the cliff face, and try to help him out, snap out of that and distract him. So hey Theobald, hey, you remember you mentioned maybe giving Valley and Dorn a call?
Yeah.
Hey, listen, I'm gonna do that right now.
All right.
You're gonna like it.
Okay.
All right. So Callan makes a connection. He's trying to contact Falion Dorn from Dragonlock, the Assassin's Guild leader that he attacked and burned down his entire compound. Just
Embarrassed
for
and impersonated and
yeah,
basically tried to ruin his life. Yeah, that guy.
Just-
Yeah.
just to get into his high society party. I mean, he didn't send me an invitation.
Well, I mean,
How
and
rude.
Right. So what was I to do but impersonate him and burn his house down?
he did kill some of our compatriots and some people and kidnapped one of our party members. But yeah,
Yeah.
Kidnapped is so strong. Gave a very strong invitation to.
Right. Yeah. So we probably aren't totally squared up with that guy, but let's see if we can shake him up a little bit here. So Callan connects to Falion Dorn, and Callan says, "Anonymous here. You know, the dragons mock you if you do not see how the Scalebinder profits from your fall. Too convenient, don't you think?" Click.
Yeah.
Hmm.
That one works. I'm just confirming the day we're sending on. And then I have my notes from all the phone calls that would be made upon and what days things would be known or done.
I was coming from the woods behind you.
All right.
And then we'll go back to preparing.
Oh, wait.
Oh,
So as you cast the spell and send out the words of sending, you do not feel a connection. Roll me an intelligence check.
That is a 21.
In your experience casting this spell, even if the person doesn't respond or is unable to respond, or maybe even potentially sleeping, there's a connection. You feel the connection that the words were received. This had no connection. So, thinking on it, either they are not here or they are not here. That's the
Oh.
only possible way that a connection couldn't be made.
Well, Theobald, whatever I expected with the prank call, I don't think it worked because it seems like he's dead.
Great.
Yeah.
Best bit of news we've gotten all week, other than running into Leech.
Sure.
He's sitting by the fire just with a mug of something and just, why?
Oh, I've been sitting next to him looking at these leeches while these two were having their girl moment. So
And
we'll get to that.
he'll
Do you have
happily,
your sampling scissors on this?
Yeah.
be gentle with the
Probably.
babies. Come on.
Yeah, I'm glad you're happy about it, Theobald. It's just a little disappointing, you know. Is what it is, I guess. Whatever. Someone else got to him first. Callan's a little disappointed that he didn't get to finish the job.
You did put a good effort into it. Stabbing included. Yeah. Maven, what's up? They've been having a talk by the cliffside briefly, and then he made a phone call.
I so I'm wondering how familiar I am with Leech, if at all, because we
Oh,
haven't really established that.
you know he is kind of the guild's uh apothecary entomologist.
Okay.
I mean, he makes all he from ingredients or creatures. He harvests things that are useful from them or that they produce to create items that are useful, like the heart leech that you
Mhm.
have that you can use for healing. That is one of the creatures he has found and raised, and you know,
It's kind of like a biological cube in the Bond universe.
yeah, that's about right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Ah,
Good
yes,
one.
I've watched of that. Good
Mm.
old mm-hmm.
Um,
Shaken martinis, guns, sex.
not
That's
for
all I
Q.
got.
Um,
I
So
don't
we're
know.
talking about Q.
okay, maybe for to hone
I
it
know
in.
what you're talking about.
We
I
do
was
need to come
gonna
up with some new analogies. Apparently.
uh yeah, like okay, people have seen John Wick now. It's the wine connoisseur guy,
I haven't seen it
who
yet. No
I haven't
spoilers.
either.
okay.
Okay, that was
I
Admiral.
feel like if it's more than 2 years old at this point in our society,
No,
you're
it's on
kind of
the to
out of
watch
luck.
list. I'm just
Just saying, the Great Escape. I haven't seen it. Don't ruin it. I've seen it. I love it.
all right,
Jeez,
all right,
come
all
on.
right, all right.
All right. Anyway, you are familiar with who he is, but yeah, you may not have a, uh, you know, I mean, it depends. Like for you, you absolutely can. Like, I would assume you would have some sort of relationship with him for the simple
Mhm.
fact of he loves creatures so much,
But
Yeah.
then he does
and
weird things to them.
yeah, he's got leeches for facial hair because I mean, they got to feed and they feed off of blood. And so he just wears them so that they can stay fed. And
Yeah,
it
that's not the
rotates
thing I
them
was.
off. And
Okay.
what?
How is my development of wearable moss coming along, Leech?
Development of wearable moss? What am
Uh-huh.
I?
I want that to be my new armor. I'm assuming that's what
Ooh.
I've been hounding him for.
Oh, all right. He just kind of looks a little uncomfortable around. Like, he's like, "Well, got a lot of projects, and unfortunately I'm out here right now, and
Mm.
good moss that grows on things and actually is protective and not delicate, not easy to come by.
I have something that might be of interest to you then.
Oh really?
Yes. I came
What
across
you
it.
got?
I give him the cutting of that new life moss that I have.
Okay, and he
Hmm.
kind of looks at it and he's like, oh interest, oh, pops the cork and just takes just the tiniest little bit and just, oh, that's different, right? Oh, well, there's an after. Oh,
A
well, that
smoky aftertaste, right?
that'll put probably moss on your chest. I mean, I might be able to do something with this. Where'd you find it?
Well, so you'll never believe it. I woke up
I believe a
the
lot
other
of
morning.
things.
That's fair. Callan has been working on his renditions of his patron, and the damnedest thing. I woke up. They were dirt, nothing but dirt. A little statue. Okay. I turn around. This thing's got hair, and I mean like a pompadour, a head of like this. And I just hold up the little vial. Uh, and guess you'll never believe the weirdest part. It talks.
The moss talks.
No, 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 the statue, which is even worse.
He kind of looks over at Cal and he's like, I 100% believe you. Statue talked. Kind of then looks again. He's like, "Are you messing with her?" You know. I mean, I'll be in on it, but
I
yeah,
tried to take his hair. I tried, and every time I tried to get a little cut with my little sampling scissors, he slapped my hand, and
well,
then he
as
made
you
a
do,
face at
hair
me.
is very depending on your hairline. Not everybody has things to spare.
That's fair, but he eventually begrudgingly gave me a sample of his hair, and I've never experienced something like this before. So if we can do something with that, that would be
Yeah.
excellent.
I could definitely. I'll see what I could do with this.
Yeah.
Might take a little bit. Get back. Kind of looks off in the distance, but yeah. I'll see what I can do.
Okay.
And he kind of looks at me. He's like, "Talked."
And made facial movements. It was the damnedest thing.
Right, right.
Hmm.
That's
Theobald just shaking his head to himself, poking at the fire.
all right. Well, I'll be honest. I would love to just spend the next couple of days just kind of hashing everything out with all you, but I don't want to. I want to go home. And apparently their powers at B need me to be here. So I have presence. Um should I'll be honest, most of this stuff was I was told to put together. I didn't know you're gonna be kind of looks towards the cliffs and just like dealing with that. There's if you go to Dragonlock, there's a whole lock system. You could just take a boat, but hey, whatever's your fancy. And he just opens up the bag and he's like, "All right, I got a few items," and he just kind of tips it and dumps it out on the ground. There is one leather case, and he opens it up, and inside there are 3 canisters. They look to be made mostly of just rough brass with like some leather wrappings on it, and on both ends it looks like there's almost like a leather stopper on the top. And then on the other end, there is these like almost little ex- little holes, little holes on the end of it. And he's like, "Well, I'll be honest, I thought the big boy would be with you, but fortunately there's still 3 and he's not here, so this still works out math wise. uh these are, and he will explain, red-backed swing spider silk canisters. Each one has 50 feet of spider silk that is retractable. There's 2 strands within. Each one does 25 feet and then will recoil back into the canister. On the top, where those are, it takes an action to use to spit out the line. Think very much like Spider-Man shooting out a web. Um, it's a DC 13 dexterity check. You have to meet or beat that for it to be a successful grab. Depending on the situation, there might, if something horrible happens, there is a DC for if the line breaks. Then he will also explain that inside each of the canisters is a redback swing spider that lives inside. About once a week, you want to throw some insects or like a small toad or small lizards, anything, as long as it's well fed. It'll live in there and make silk. If for some reason one of the strands break, it takes 1d6 days for it to regrow a new strand or produce. Take care of it. They are special to him. Also, in another little case, there are 3 bottles of enhanced battle endurance potions. These are the 4d4 plus 4 temporary healing points. These are the little adrenaline potions. And then lastly, one thing that he very obviously avoids touching is a chrome rod. And on the end of it, there is a ruby stone crystal. And he kind of points at it and he's like, that thing is from Sealy. I don't know what it does. I don't want to know what it does. She said, put it in the bag. I put it in the bag. And then she told me it shouldn't be in the bag yet. And I took it out of the bag. And then she said it should already be in the bag. And I put it back in the bag. She said that a lot of times. It's still in the bag. I thought I took it out when I left. But there it is. She just said when you need to use it, you touch the red crystal. That is my part in all of this, and I would be happy to get sent bloody home. Kind of deflates a little bit.
Was something supposed to happen, Leech?
I don't know. I just want to go home.
Said something about rations.
Oh, right. He will pull out. I forgot about that. That is my mistake. There you are. And kind of think just like container, leather container. He pops it open and it looks like a whole thing. Like they almost have like that gummy texture to them, but the shape of them, they all look like almost like fish eggs, that they're about the size of each one's about the size of a D20. And he explains these are Galton eggs. They are a small yellow saltwater fish that lays eggs every month. One of the tanks he has back in his lab. And they are highly nutritious, small gelatinous little eggs that, if eaten, can provide enough nutrition for one full day. There are 40 in here. There is a downside. There's a DC 10 Constitution check if you can just swallow these things, because they are disgusting. They're bad. And he will flat out, he's like very nutritious, great for you. You won't be hungry all day. But they taste like the underside of I don't know the right creature, but something horrible. The thing that, remember the parasol that came out of, imagine it came out another hole. That's probably what it tastes like. Just salty.
Callan has to try one right now.
All right, throw me a Constitution check. Or save, Constitution save.
Yep. 18.
Yeah, it's not pleasant. It's like at first all the taste is just a mix of like gargling like bog water and all the things that probably relieve themselves there. And then just this hit of not even like, ooh, salty, like just like you licked a salt lick of just like, oh yeah, yeah. It's not good, but you choke it down and eh, it's not that you're full. It's just for the next 24 hours, you'll have this perpetual state of, I mean, I could eat, but I'm not hungry either.
Huh.
It's kind of a very unsatisfying state, but you're not hungry, but you kind of are too.
Just a granola bar.
Yeah.
You're not gonna starve.
Okay, well, Callan is gonna, try to make everybody think they're the greatest thing in the world. Leech, I don't know what you're talking about. These are great. You guys don't know what you're missing. Want one?
Says the man who swallowed a parasol bug.
All right. Roll me a deception check first off. Leech rolled a nat 20.
Okay, so
Is he trying to convince us?
Yeah,
Or-
everybody. Like, oh,
Okay.
these are good.
I'm gonna roll and see
What
what
are
I
we
get.
on us to roll?
You two insight for
Insight.
this. So you're competing against his deception.
so I got
I've seen him eat a parasol ball.
I got an 8, so I believe you.
Okay. What'd you roll there, Callan?
21.
21. Theo?
16.
Okay. Callan, for sure, Theo and Maven seem to buy it. Leech is looking at you with a look of like, are you in? I mean, it's an acquired taste. Not, I mean, goblin, that's probably the big, different taste buds. You should definitely all try it.
I'm gonna try it.
Mm.
I'm gonna try it. Okay, my
We'll
constitution.
try it as well.
Con saves down to 37.
Oh God.
That is a dirty 20.
All right. What'd you get, Theo?
7.
7. All right. So you grab it and
I
both
love
kind of
it.
pop it. No, you don't.
I
No,
love
they're
it.
not good. They're not good. No,
I'm-
there's no getting around the taste. But you're a lying piece of crap, and you keep it down though. You've had other not great things, but as that taste hits you, and then you get that nice salty aftertaste. Theobald actually just like, oh, this is, and goes, not even thinking about the cliff, just walks straight over to the cliff. Just, bah! Leech is sitting
Al's
there.
not happy with any of us either.
Incoming.
Good stuff, huh?
Theo, you're still hungry. I mean, but yet
Yeah.
you're very much not right now.
Not. I'll wait
So
till
it
morning.
worked. It absolutely worked. You're not hungry. Oh yeah.
Callan, I
it's
think you
not
can
good.
carry those.
Okay.
Just keep them moist. Just don't let them dry out.
What happens if they dry out?
I don't know. Maybe they get better,
Maybe.
or they lose all nutritional value. I'm not sure, but God, you guys are always got such good ideas.
Leech, have you ever tried to ferment these?
Oh God.
No, I have not.
God.
I'll let you see my notes when I catch up to you.
He pulls out a little book and he's like, ferment golden eggs. This could be something.
You can make some jerky. I mean, come on.
I mean, imagine a drink if we could make it taste better. That every time you drink it, you're full, but you could have more. I think there's something there. I'm gonna mute.
Butter's milk. Mhm.
Okay.
Good Lord. Okay. Yay.
Yay.
Not hungry.
Theobald is just gonna crawl up in his cloak.
Because you had a bad day. Oh, guys.
But now I get to be Spider-Man. This is great. I've
I'll take
always wanted
third
to
shift.
be. Deal. I'll take
Okay.
first watch. Is Leech how did he how far off did you land? Because I know that the blink's been kind of on the fritz lately.
Right. I've been wandering up and down these cliffs for the last like 2, 3 days.
Okay. Okay. But you landed where you were supposed to.
Right.
Mm, lucky you.
Well, I mean, I was near the cliff and I've been just walking up and down it. So I guess if that's where I'm supposed to be, yeah, bingo.
Oh, and do you know how you're supposed to be getting back?
Right.
Mhm.
No. I was told to like I had a mission and I could come home as soon as it was done. I'm just hoping that means I'm gonna be brought back and not have to walk because I did not pack for that. But I'm fine. There's plenty of creatures here in these woods that I could probably get a ride from.
Mhm. Amika's bound here. If you can get a couple of those on a sleigh, you could really, you might have something there.
I mean, I've read about them. I haven't actually ever caught one or tried to figure out what makes them tick. I mean,
Human flesh. Human
right.
flesh. Yeah.
Pulls out a book and just starts to write that down. Human. Um, do you know if they prefer human or is a goblin still on the menu?
Yes, they eat. Um, yes, they eat.
They eat
Mm,
right. All
yeah,
right.
can be reasoned with, but you'd have
Oh,
to barter.
they
Don't tell me
can.
that.
Kind of.
kind kind of how?
Well, I promised them our dead flesh. So,
Oh, all right.
yeah.
I mean,
Yeah.
he kind of just flips out his facial leeches. He's like, "Well, I mean, I can always be willing to a little tit for tat."
Yeah, I'm not going to be needing it if I'm dead, I figure. So,
That's very generous of you.
I am a woman of the people. What can I say?
I mean, it's good to know what you need in the afterlife,
Mhm.
and uh, a meat suit is not one of them.
No, not this time. Unless we wake up in another shallow grave. That'll be.
Another?
Oh, right. Well, you know, there's a lot. We've had a long few weeks on the road. Uh, yeah, don't worry about it. We're fine.
I get the feeling you are holding out on me.
No, I hold out on you?
I'm just saying, if somebody died and didn't die, I mean, samples would be appreciated.
Oh wait, can I? Hey, Khaled, can I see your ring?
Oh yeah, the ring. Yeah, Callan's all for whatever Maven's got in mind, so just hand it right over.
So I hold it up like a street magician might, and I say, "All right, what do you see in my hand?"
All right, I see a ring.
And just an ordinary ring. I turn it around. I say nothing on top of it, nothing underneath it.
I
All
like where
right.
this is going.
Okay. And here we go. And I put it on.
And you look corpseified.
And I go, blah.
All right,
uh,
reaction. He does like he falls in just go Jesus, falls backwards, and then kind of hops up, looking from the log he's on.
I do a little dance. but not the Thriller dance.
Oh,
Little fake top hat.
Oh, it stops working. Yeah, he kind of walks up and just kind of touches like your skin a little bit if he can. Yeah, just
Mhm.
you feel normal. I want samples and I want that.
When we get back, I'll let you play with it all you want. But I mean, that's what I meant by the whole shallow grave.
Her word is binding.
Yeah, you can play with it all you want, but I get it. We get it back.
Well, hey.
Yeah,
I want it.
make me my my moss
Well, I might be
armor.
able to now that I'll have moss to work with.
I don't find it ethical wearing all of these furs, but these deadwoods get so cold at night.
Right.
And I did give them a good death. But
So you're not actually a corpse because you probably would sleep a lot better as a corpse, not needing to be warm.
like the dead.
wait, Callan's loving this.
In the distance, you hear owl. Ah!
Oh, Maven, why you been hiding in the woods all this time? You should be performing in the big city of Dragonlock alongside with me.
It's a very I'm in rare form today. What can I say? I've
By
been
the way,
spending too much time with you.
I would like to say I was sent a message that the feeling from last episode, and I definitely feel it this episode, the new dynamic might be Father Theobald and the siblings. He's touching me. I will turn this card around.
Right.
Yeah.
Just saying.
He's making the statues talk again.
Stop breaking your sister. All right. So, taking watches. I heard a third watch.
I'll take first watch.
Okay.
I'll give you your ring back, Callan. I just had to
Yeah.
cover my ass.
Leech is definitely watching that ring, and he's like, Callan. I mean,
Sure, Maven, make all the deals you want with my stuff. I don't mind.
I'll get you another one.
how did you? Yeah, I mean, where'd you buy it?
No, I sneezed it up.
I have to have this.
Oh, okay.
When we get back, you can have it. It might come in handy narratively, I say in character.
Well, yeah. Well, tonight when I'm on watch, if you want to help me with some of my research, that'll put a finger on the scale in your favor for walking away with that ring.
Right. All right. I'll help out some more. Just saying, things wouldn't attack me if I have to walk home. If I'm
Right.
dead.
Oh yeah. Brilliant. That's why I need your mind tonight.
So your first watch, you said?
Yeah.
And Callan, your second, and
Yes.
Theobald. Okay. So everyone make me perception checks real quick. And we'll just go
Okay.
down the list.
I can't pick which D20 I want to use. They're all so pretty.
No.
Although this one, the stone one's been rolling. You can't
The
even see it.
invisible one?
It's been rolling really well for me. So, perception is 25.
Nice.
She rolls real nice. Thank you.
Real nice.
Thank you.
Alan
Count.
rolled a 2.
Well, you are doing research, so
Yeah,
that
yeah.
fits.
Pretty
Theobald.
engrossed in it.
Theobald rolled a 24 with the pearly one.
Ooh. All right. First watch goes by swimmingly. Second watch. Roll me with advantage. What do you want to work on? What are you looking to work on tonight?
I am just whatever sparks if I get Leech's attention. helping me.
Yeah,
Um,
he's down.
Something I can focus on the familiar, summoning the familiar spirit.
Okay.
As far as I've gotten, I'll share and then see what insight Leech has to contribute.
All right. Roll me a wisdom check.
All right. It's a 17.
Good. All right. So you communicate kind of everything you've learned so far, and then kind of your own thoughts on it, and because you're doing some reverse engineering from a source that is an arcane, and kind of talking about it like that. And as things go on, he kind of comes at it from a slightly different angle. He starts to talk about how, like, even like the leeches, that he has a very symbiotic kind of relationship with, is that, like, these familiar bonds and stuff like that, the bonds there are like, you have to be willing to give something of yourself as well if you want the creature to actually trust in you, bond with you, and kind of comes at it from more animal husbandry. But somewhere in that mix, they're actually, like, there's something that makes sense, arcane speaking, of like making a, like, arcane or soul kind of bond with a creature. So you can give yourself another progress tick towards that.
Okay.
So yeah, it was a very, I mean, at first you probably didn't get the feeling like, yeah, this is not the, but after a while, like, yeah, it's like something about it actually makes you think about stuff in a different way too.
Okay.
And then Theobald, your shift, and you rolled a 20 what?
4.
24. The night as well goes without any issue. Are you keeping Owl out during that entire ordeal?
Yep.
Or like, you're okay? He'll be kind of like, by the end of, kind of as the sun's coming up and everything, Owl is going to be a little bit more chill. Just
Keeping a close eye down at the bottom of the cliff as well.
oh, sending all the way to the bottom.
Yeah.
Okie dokie. Roll me another perception check for Owl.
14.
Was that with advantage? Owl gets advantage
Oh,
on perception checks.
14.
14. Whether it be he's getting tired, maybe, but then again, you can feel he's not tired, or it's the fact that just at the bottom there's a river that's running straight across, and across the beginning of a forest starts that is covered in fog, and it is really hard to, like, pick out stuff, because once it's about 3 feet everywhere high of fog that is just settled on the bottom. And so even trying to go through the trees and stuff like that, it's like you can't really see the ground.
Mhm.
And so many things could be hiding there, and he's just not able to pick anything out specifically.
A little unsettling. I want to make sure Callan gets enough sleep, but I do want to wake him up a little bit early if I can do that without throwing his
You get the minimum. You don't get 8, you get 6, like reality. Like, you
Yeah.
can function off 6. You're just not pleasant maybe right away.
so kind of shake him quietly and Callan, do you want to? I got another ritual thing I want to go through with you. About vigil.
Oh, okay. Sure.
I'm gonna grab my pack and head over to the cliff. Just kind of sit down loon style on the cliff.
Ooh.
Should I be doing something?
Sit down and we just need to just concentrate. We just have to be quiet for a little while here and just stick with me. I haven't done this before, but there's something I want to try.
Okay.
I'm just going to try to sit quiet and just kind of watching the sun come up over the valley.
Good view.
Good view. Yep. So we're just kind of breathing and just kind of, and then about 45 minutes in, if Callan can sit, and I'll try to, right, if Callan's drifting, I'll try to just hold on.
I don't know. Callan has had to just do what, a whole day worth of
Oh
sitting
yeah,
patiently?
that's why I wasn't asking for a check. Where it's like if he's
Right.
if you think Callan's in remotely interest, he could do 45.
Okay.
Oh yeah.
I'll get the brazier out, kind of light up the coals. And Feeble's gonna take a knife out. He's got a stick that he brought with him.
Okay.
So he's just gonna hold the knife up and this belonged to my friend of mine. He actually the one that gave me my first knife, not this one, but I was quite a bit younger than you are. He told me, this is the dad speech. He told me a knife is a good tool, provided you use it right. And kind of gets the stick out. He's just kind of hacking at it. He's like, you hack randomly and stuff. Not a whole lot gets done. Someone's bound to get hurt, like as much as yourself. But if you focus your attention, you're just kind of going to slice it, right? It's like cut the stick in half there. Does exactly what you need it to do. He's going to take the knife and just kind of shake the coals around a little bit and lay the knife down onto the coals. He's going to reach into a pouch. He's going to pull out this little bag. He's going to pour this silver dust over the bag, which he acquired with his scale binder's allotment. And just kind of let that smoke for a little bit.
And you definitely get some, good kind of incense kind of smoking going on.
He was going to kind of, no, my friend said we don't give knives to children because some tools just need more focus and respect than they can give them at the time. You ain't a child. And I think I know better now after what we've been through these last couple of weeks. You've had a hard life. You've seen some horrific things, some things that would scar anyone. And I think I understand better now how that can give someone a short temper, distract you out near to death with all the thoughts and feelings running through you. But today, Callan, more than ever, when we go over that cliff, Maeve and I are trusting you with our lives. We need you to focus as hard as you can because we're relying on you more than probably anyone today to get us down safely so we can get off this plateau and get on with this mission. He's going to kind of tip the brazier over and kind of just brush through the ash and the silver filings would be gone and pick up the knife. And it's not going to be, it's going to be nice and shiny and new. Flip the knife. You ain't my child, but as a friend, I'd like to have you to have this knife as a remembrance of me and of the friend who gave me my first knife. And hopefully it'll bring you luck to stay and help remind you to focus for all of us on that climb down. He's going to hold the hilt of the knife out and try to grab your, hold your wrist as he's putting it in your hand, and I'm finishing the casting ceremony for a young adult. For the next 24 hours, whenever you make an ability check, you can roll a D4 and add that number rolled to your ability check.
Very nice. I like how you did that, sir.
Yes, and it would definitely have jolted Callan into particular focus.
clap him on the shoulder, and we're gonna need you, but you're up for it.
Hey, I'm ready.
Kind of clamber up and lever myself up with the black staff and hold the hand out. And not that he needs help getting up, but let's get some food.
Eggs.
Oh,
uh,
Theobald can probably scrounge something from the woods yet.
Make me a survival check.
we all look at the eggs and like, we can find something else.
It'll be a 22.
If you're willing to put a good hour into this, you
If
can
it means I
definitely.
don't have to eat that egg right now before I go down the cliff, I think that's a good.
Yeah, you can take down. Let me see. Look, you could take down like a small boar with a little bit of effort.
Oh, hunting. Okay.
Hunting.
Right.
Yeah.
Okay.
You will notice.
Is it a deadwood boar?
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. And that's why I said small, because otherwise is. But you with some tricks, some trapping, and you easily find one. I will say though, as you are finishing your kill and getting ready to bring it back, you will notice a few amicas in the trees. Just
I will cut out a liver or something and kind of leave it on top of in the crook of a tree, and just kind of look at him, nod, and then
donation.
Get out of there. Yes, basically.
Yeah. Right. Yeah, and you kind of make your way back, and you do very quickly just hear movement and a rustling, and like you look back and it's gone, and all you just hear, you may have some new stragglers. You feed them once. I mean, but yeah, you guys have some decent food, not eggs, which Leech 100% will partake, and he'll be like, "Oh no, this is way better."
Anything unusual at deadwood boar that I can barter with Leech?
No, other than like
they're just mean and nasty.
Yeah, just
right.
I mean, yeah. Take a normal boar, which are just nasty, and just add attitude to them.
Okay. Fair enough.
I don't know. Those amicus are kind of, they make even Callan nervous when we're trying to prepare and focus for the cliff. So I think Callan will bring up illusion silent image of the Skurg elk and see how they react. It's just gonna stare them down.
That's unfair. Okay. So you guys prepare your food, make it, you're eating, enjoying, and every now and then you do hear some familiar sounds of the amicas and movement, quick movement through the trees. And yeah, you throw out this illusion, and at a certain point, like there's this moment where you actually see a blur of movement, and like 5 shapes go ripping through your illusion and then back into the trees. And it just kind of is like, holy crap, they tried to kill that.
Let's maybe wrap it up and head on our way.
Yeah, and Leech is sitting there going, look toward the cliff.
Maybe you want to keep the rest of this carcass.
Yeah.
I'm gonna keep the blood far away from me.
I could dig you a nice safe burrow if you need it.
Dead ring would be better, but just being honest.
Yeah. I see where you're coming from, but
looks towards the trees. I'm sure I'll be fine.
You will.
Right. Right. All right. So, facing the cliff. What are we doing?
Theobald's
is
gonna
Go for it.
before we get going, or just before we take off, Theobald's gonna cast another thing. So just so we all know that. Theobald is buckled into his climbing harness. He is not messing around here. He's getting getting the crampons on, getting the special pitons out to anchor himself in. Like he's gearing up. Like he's
Okay.
serious about this. Like he had the guy solo to him, like show him how to use everything, double checking everything.
He took confined space training. he know.
Yep.
Here's a question, just to verify for placement, because in
Mhm.
case anything pops up, everybody has a canister of the red-backed swing spider silk, correct?
I want to be
Yes.
Spider-Man. Yes.
Okay.
Mhm.
How are we divvying up the potions? One for each, or is someone carrying all three in the case?
I'm down for one each.
I think one each makes sense as well.
Mhm.
But make sure, and Theobald will make sure and show where he's stashing it in his harness. So right, and he makes a point so that if you go down,
Right.
you know where it's at. So,
Correct.
Callan will stash his in his special potion case that protects its
Darn.
contents.
Yep.
Cammy, you're
And
strong.
then who's taking Seely's present? The rod.
I can hold on to
I don't think anybody's going to object.
that.
Right.
So
Spent much time with Silly Grizzle?
Mhm. I trust her about as far as I can throw her, which isn't too far. So
I trust her
I'll
pretty
hold on
far
to
at
it.
this point now. But yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, she's been pretty stellar lately.
True.
all right.
Theobald will mutter a few words about the maiden keeping everybody safe and bolstering this with toughness and resolve, casting aid on the three of us.
Okay.
So that our hit point maximum and current hit points increased by 5 for the duration. Just that little bit of extra buffer.
Yep.
And oh no, he's not gonna do that. Sorry, I take that back. That's not what he's been on.
Okay.
Before we go over, are we ready to go over?
Oh yeah. I'm
Do we
about to be
have
swinging
some sort of plan, or are we just
So we're
winging
gonna
it?
get roped up. You okay talking about the plan? So I'm thinking the plan would be Theobald will act as anchor because he's got that harness. He can like get the baton shoved in there. So at most he falls 25 feet. Provided, everything goes well.
Right. Yeah.
Yep. If it works as expected. Callan can probably be your athletic monkey. And you get our ability check things. You can probably be our baton setter, our climbing monkey. And Maven's on our emergency backup, I think. Throwing some spells out if need be to catch someone if something goes horribly wrong.
Oh yeah.
And Callan will participate in all this preparation and let Theobald help him kit up to make the descent and take charge of all the all the points to link up our ropes.
Yep.
But once we actually get started, he's gonna start playing around with the red-back swing spider silk and just goof around, see how that goes. While he's still
Yes.
connected to the rappel gear,
Not a bad idea.
but
Fire
Just
that
kinda-
off a couple times and
yeah,
retract.
bouncing around, having fun, swinging
Yeah.
around.
And you
Web
Back
go.
that.
shoot it out, and
Mhm.
it. Yeah. I mean, it works great.
Yep.
Hooks onto
And,
things. Seems to have a real good, I mean, a little bit of, a little pull and bounce to it, but it's good.
Cool.
Callan will complement his ability to do all that by growing very thick claws as well, using alter self.
All right.
Oh wait, I forgot. I have a spell for this.
Oh,
Yes.
And
Okay.
he is ready. He's hammering in those
Theobald's
ons.
jump in and just pat Callan on the shoulder again and do Guidego Postulo Virginis Priviras. Maiden, lend me what I need. And I'm going to cast Enhance Ability to give him Bull Strength. Advantage on strength checks, and his carrying capacity will double.
All right.
Ooh. All right.
Anything else?
Maven, you got something you're
Yeah. I'm gonna cast Featherfall. So it's a reaction which you take when you are a creature within 60 feet of you falls.
So you
hold on to
want
it
to have that
until-
ready?
You want to have it ready.
Okay. Perfect.
If the creature lands before the spell ends, it takes no falling damage and can land on its feet, and the spell ends for that creature. It's got a duration of a minute. So,
All right.
So it wouldn't get us all the way down the.
well, depends on how good you are at falling and how fast you fall.
And timing.
Sounds good.
Exactly.
All right. So, with all your prep and everything, we are going to do a very, very, very easy skill check challenge.
Mm.
The very, very beginning of this, because of all the prep that you have done, I'm going to reduce the DC on this climb. I'm going to bring it down, and I'm going to tell you what it is, to a DC 16.
That's down.
It was a 20.
Oh.
With all the prep, all the things that you are planning on and all that, it reduced it. That being said, I would like everyone to roll initiative, and how we are doing this, just for reminders, as well for first time for you being part of a skill check challenge.
Hitting my microphone. I'm sorry. Also, Cammy really, my cat likes these dice a lot. She wants to play with them. She keeps pawing at them
course.
on my lap.
The way that we do this is your chance to kind of take control narratively. You're going to be in this scenario explaining how you got down. So take your roles and like kind of work your narrative in with that. But what you're going to be doing is you take a skill that you're proficient in, and you are going to describe what you did with that skill to do the thing.
Okay.
Then you'll roll. If you're successful, you can flavor it even more on how amazing it was. If you fail, I will throw a complication in there with it. And then the next person has to react to it. And so you kind of feed off each other. That being said, if you choose a skill, the person who is right after you cannot use that same skill. Also, you cannot use the same skill twice, or like twice in a row. So, that being said, initiative, everyone.
Callan got a 17.
I got a 13.
Gilbert got a 12.
Let me get these stank rolls out quick. There we go. Got them out.
You do have
No, you can't eat that.
one reroll, which is going to be that spider silk that you can use. That was a gift from Leech, and that one is going to be an acrobatics reroll. And then you also have, actually, Maven,
Mhm.
you also have one extra reroll.
Yes.
And that is, we'll just call it your panic button. There is 3 failures, and you need 7 successes.
Cool.
All right. So, Callan leading the way. Everyone's all roped up, harnessed up, ready to go. Some people have claws for the first, and I will say, for your first roll, that's an hour-long spell. You would have advantage because this will take several hours to descend. But
Mhm.
your first roll, if you're doing anything with like climbing, athletics, or acrobatics, or anything like that with those claws, advantage, 100%.
Okay. Yes. So Callan, fully embracing the seriousness of his job, helping set everybody's pitons and crampons, uh, is
And croutons and
croutons and so ons. Uh, he is he's thoroughly he's taking it seriously, but he's also gotten a lot of help and he's having a little bit of fun with it. So he is, as much as he can, throwing in a flourish when he spins around, taps a crampon in, or whatever.
Talking to us
word.
as the mage hand is tapping it in for him.
Right.
But yeah, the mage hand holds it and you hammered it.
Mhm. So he's just deftly, skittering across the cliff, doing his duty, but making it a show. So I want to use performance on that one,
Okay. Don't forget your D4.
right?
Okay.
Okay. I'll roll the D4 first. Okay. And so performance 25. Total of 26.
All right, 26. That is a success. So, uh, yeah, very quickly, you start to go down, and everybody just starts to trail behind, but almost like an orangutan, just grabbing to the next tree branch. You are
Mhm.
swinging, flipping, grabbing. You using a mage hand to hold a piton in place so you can hammer it in, and as responsible as you are being, you might be enjoying yourself just a little bit right now.
Throw a thumbs up to Theobald on my way past him. Hey,
All right.
it's good.
It's going great. Maven, you're up next.
Okay, so just to be clear, my panic button is my feather fall, right? That's
What was that?
my panic button is my feather fall that I have prepped, or
Nope.
is that my inspiration? Oh, it's my rod. Okay, yeah, got it. Hi, you're very cute, but you're very distracting. My cat she wants to eat these dice real bad.
Real
I'm trying
bad.
to keep her entertained. She's being really cute though, and I can't stay mad at her. You are eyeing that like me eyeing a breakfast buffet. You need to stop. Okay. Sorry, folks. She's very distracting, so I have to distract you too. Okay, so I'm gonna use Cammy, which are you sitting on my phone?
Gave the wrong kid the focus speech.
You did. You really did. I was gonna say, when do I get my cool knife, Dad? What the heck? Okay, so I have no skills that I'm proficient in that might help me here, so I'm just gonna have some fun with it.
Hey, you can
You need to get down.
justify just about any skill if you try hard enough.
You're right. You're absolutely right. So I am proficient in Arcana.
You can use spells and stuff like that to assist.
That's oh. I am. So I'm gonna do, well, let me do my roll. Let me see if I get my. You said it's a 16, right? Plus my proficiency bonus in whatever skill I'm using.
It's your normal
Cool.
skill check for that. Yep.
Okay, that is going to be a. That is a. That's an 11. So I'm gonna re-roll one time because I'm gonna use warding wind, but I want to make sure that it does what I think it does.
Okay. Hold on.
Yeah.
Just for explanation.
Yep.
The reroll is not for is like using a spell to get the reroll.
Okay.
That is part of what you were doing using Arcana as the skill.
Yep.
If you would like to re-roll, you
Mhm.
may use inspiration points that you
Yes.
have.
Yeah.
You may use one of the, if it's an acrobatics, which in this case it's not, or your panic button, which would be the re-roll.
Yeah. I'll use my inspiration.
Okay.
I will do that. Please roll better. Oh, there we go. There we go.
There we go.
23, baby.
All right. That is a success. So what were you
Yeah.
trying to do using Arcana?
So what I was trying to do is use my warding wind spell. A strong wind, 20 miles per hour, blows around you in a 10-foot radius and moves with you, remaining centered on you. The wind lasts for the spell's duration. So, what I'm thinking is actually that's a bad idea because it will make everywhere else difficult terrain for you too. Never mind. I was hoping I could do
We got
something
like
fun.
25.
You can, yeah, this is narration. This is loose,
Okay,
you know.
okay.
Very good.
So yeah, with what you rolled, you're able to use it in just little little gusts here and there that actually help control and make your climbing down because you almost have this wind help pushing you up a little bit. So you
Mhm.
aren't fighting gravity as much. And you
Mhm.
start to actually pick up your pace just a little bit. And as
Mhm.
Callan is kind of going back and forth and doing all this, you're actually kind of half like Mary Poppins style, just like
Okay. I like that. Well, and I have another failsafe for later, but we're gonna do that.
gonna do that.
We're gonna do that later.
All right, Theobald, everything is going fine.
And
You're
this is
up.
where I'm up. Yep. Kelly and I do not have luck at skill check challenges. So.
Yeah, me neither. It's okay.
So Theobald is going to be standing at the top of the cliff, harnessed in. He's going to be watching Callan. He sees what Callan's doing. He's just going to let him go, right? He's not actually screwing anything up, but he is trying to like focus and watch, not so much the performance that he's doing, but trying to watch like where is he actually running into some problems.
Mm-hmm.
And also kind of where Maven maybe, where she's going and where the challenging parts are, calling out a bit of advice here or there, if that's helpful. And then also as he starts to descend, watching where he saw that, right, Callan didn't say anything, but you could see like he actually stopped screwing on for a couple minutes to get past that part. So
It's
using insight into what was going on to
I like it very much. All right, roll that insight, sir.
I would like to re-roll.
What do you
burn an inspiration point?
Okay.
There we go. That's a 24, which is better than the 8 I rolled.
Oh, yeah. All right. Yeah, so you definitely like as you're going down, you like and definitely watching the way Maven is choosing her spots and Callan as he's going and just having a little too much fun for your comfort at times, but yet yeah, seeing those moments where even he kind of stops goofing off for a second and he takes special care securing something and then back into,
And I've
it's
seen
like,
him fight. I know this is how he does it, right? He is actually kind of focusing in his way. So
yeah, if he was 100% sobered and just
right,
then it'd be time to worry.
loosen up, relax a little bit. Relax. You're good. Yes.
All right, top of the round, we have 3 successes. Everything's going so smooth. Callan, you're up.
Okay. All right. So continuing on, Callan will use.
And you're about halfway down the cliff at this point. It's probably been about 5 hours now of climbing.
Okay. So he's kind of getting a hang of how it works. He's probably never rappelled down a cliff before. But he, while goofing off, is really paying attention to how it works, gathering it all in. And he is trying to use that best for the rest of the descent using investigation to kind of streamline his efforts from here on.
Okay.
And that
Choosing the
is
best
going to-
path and making sure secure anchor point. Like, yeah. All right.
Mm-hmm. Okay. All right. So my coming of age bonus was a 4. I did that
Nice.
first. That was good. And I needed it because okay, just a 16.
Ooh, okay. Yeah, and it's like you as you're doing this, and it's like I said, it's been over 5 hours now of climbing. The claws, those are gone, and so it's actually you now. And as much as you're still trying to keep it light and all that, you're definitely noticing like some of the in between the spots where you actually can take a minute and just like take a rest on just like little outcroppings or stuff like that. They're getting further and farther between them, and you're trying to plot the best you can, and you come to a couple places where you kind of hit a dead end where it's like, oh no, that's just going to be straight letting go and trying to catch. Back up, and then moving around, but you keep plugging away and making your way down. Maven.
Yes. Okay. So, I've got my spells worn off. I'm feeling a little
Yeah.
heavier, but because of my strong connection to nature and the dead woods and just kind of like living my life kind of in the woods, and I'm assuming I've faced a few cliffs or two, I want to use my knowledge of the nature around me to help me find the better places to put my hand and footholds on.
That one has shallow roots, so I'm not pulling on. We're not
Yeah,
pulling into that.
Yeah.
Exactly.
One.
I like it.
Cammy, if you try to eat my dice again, you're going back on the floor. And you're so cute, but you gotta stop. Okay, that is a 14 plus 5, so that is a 19.
19. All right, yeah. And kind of just like that, it's now been good almost 7 hours now of climbing, and this is definitely like everyone's definitely feeling it. This is a hard day's work, but as you're kind of feeling that physical exhaustion hitting, you do start to go back into just everything you know about nature, and just like how you said as well there, Theobald, of just like, okay, this is not a good place. This is shallow roots, or like, or even just noticing like even the rocks and way there might be some moss or some anything growing on it, and then areas where there's nothing, where it's like, all right, that is not probably an anchored spot. There's more things over here, using all of your knowledge to make it physically easier, and keep heading down. Theobald, you're up. We have 5 successes.
Theobald's going to take a moment to pause and find somewhere to jam a fist in or something, and just look. Right after we've had to back up a couple times, it's certainly not Callan's fault. Like, it's just what it is. That's the nature of it. But he is going to try to use just his eye for terrain, and from what he saw from Owl last night at dusk, and then again this morning at dawn, and just try to triangulate where they're at, and try to call on some advice on left or right to some of those. Like you mentioned, as we go down further, there are more ledges in a certain spot or some crevices that we can rest in. So try to orient and perceive where exactly they are on the cliff face at this point and call out some guidance from that.
Okay. So using perception.
Perception.
Okay.
Another inspiration point, please. Or, yeah, no.
I mean, you have
There
no
we go.
failures.
There we go.
Okay.
There we go. 25.
25. Oh, yeah. Yeah. As you're going down and finding, 8 hours now. You're definitely getting closer to the bottom. I mean, at this point, it's close enough that looking up almost gives more vertigo than looking down. And you do find a few, take a moment here and there and try to kind of pinpoint where you're at. And as one of the times you're climbing back up, and you kind of are waiting as Callan has gone down, found a kind of a dead end, is working his way back up and around. Take a moment just trying to rest there as best you can and tune into Owl. And while there, you do see the rest of the way down, there are no more breaks.
Yeah.
But you are so close to the bottom. Like the feeling of like we're almost like finish line is in sight. And top of the initiative, Callan.
Okay. Well, the bear's endurance would have worn off.
Oh, yeah.
But I think Callan's still doing pretty good and enjoying learning how to rappel down a cliff. And he's probably getting a little impatient that Maven and Theobald are a little slow. So every once in a while, Callan's just gonna, go and kind of help assist and just pull the rope and move them out of the way or down further, kind of like a professional climber, helping out a rank amateur, and just trying to take over using athletics.
Okay.
All right. And there's another. No, that's 2 on my coming of age dice. 16, 18. Total of 23.
23. That is your 7th success. And yeah, as you're getting closer, you're feeling it too you've been climbing this for 9 hours now going down, and you're right there. You're so close. And that come on is taking the better of you. But at the same time, you're still maintaining. And there's a couple times where it's just like you pick a path where it's like, it's quicker. It's just a little bit of a little gap. And so you kind of take over and go down and do it. And then kind of holding onto their rope that they're above you and just kind of like, all right, just make a little leap and I'll just swing you. I'll swing you,
I got you.
But you all successfully managed to descend the cliffs that separate the continent. And you are now basically standing on about 50 feet wide before the river is in front of you. Otherwise, it's just a very rocky, kind of rocky shoreline next to this river that goes as far as you can see left and right. And then across, you can see, and and this is a decent sized river. This is a trade route, but you can see the edge of that foggy forest across.
20 feet across?
It's a good 100 feet across.
I'm gonna ask Owl to swing up to the top of the cliff and just kind of do a flyby at Leech and just kind of bank and just see if he's up there
Okay, throw me a perception.
with
He
advantage.
is
Carl.
swarmed by Amicus. No.
Oh, 11.
11. Yeah, he goes back up there, but by the time Owl gets all the way back up, whether he's gone into the forest more or just beyond, further down the cliffs, doesn't know exactly where he is. Can't
Sure.
see him. All right.
We're trying to signal Leech. Is that what's going on?
Looks like he made pickup maybe.
I'll throw up a signal flare just in case. And I'll
Or the Amicus
shoot
got
an
it.
Eldritch Blast up the cliff.
Boom.
What's the range on Eldritch Blast?
150 feet.
Yeah.
It's not going to make it.
Please don't hit the rocks. Please don't hit the rocks. Please don't hit the
Oh
rocks. Please don't
God.
hit the rocks.
Oh, I didn't make it.
Callan, you did well. You did very, very well. You got us down. Good job.
Thank you. That was fun. We should do it again.
No.
No. Wow.
Okay.
So quick.
So now what?
We burn most of the day.
Oh,
and
yeah.
our preparations in the morning and then all the entire day. So it's dusk.
Yeah. After the morning ceremony, hunting, eating, and then, yeah, it's dusk.
Do we know if things are there? Would we know? Are there things that come crawling out of the river to eat people at night, or is this New Horizon, Zero Dawn? Like,
none of you have actually. Oh no, correction. Maven would know.
I would know.
Technically speaking,
Oh, I
no,
wanna scare
there are.
Theobald, though. Sorry.
Your call. You're the one with his knowledge. You would know that technically speaking, as in all, ecosystems, there's predators and prey. But nothing that you off the top of your head that immediately comes to mind of like, oh no, we gotta stay at least so many feet back from the water. You know that there are rumors and stories of things in the mist forests or the veiled forest. Like there are stories, and that's about all it is because there's a lot of unknown there.
well,
I'm gonna scare Theo.
Right.
So I'm gonna scare Theo.
Go for
For
it.
sure. Okay. So, as we're setting up camp, which I assume is mostly just a crude fire and sleeping on the ground,
Well, did you bring wood?
can I find wood?
Not on this side of the river.
Shit. Should I burn it? Then finding a nice spot of ground to lay on, I guess. I tell him about the myths of some of the creatures of the forest. And my most favorite one is the ancestor fish, they call it. Now we know that we came from the water. What they don't know is that some of us remained. And I tell him of the walking fish with giant teeth and millions of eyes.
People is going to be eyeballing both of these and just checking for familiar resemblances. Just
Why do they do this?
Do a performance check to see if he believes me.
No, deception. 100% deception.
Okay, I can do that. Ooh, that is a 16.
Roll me an insight.
Oh no.
25.
God damn it, Cammy, stop.
You know, maybe it was when she
Thank you
said
for these dice. These dice are fantastic.
maybe it was with the millions of eyes thing, or something in there just started to be a little fishy.
There's a smirk somewhere in there where it shouldn't have been.
Well, Callan will
Or
throw
was it be going
at Theobald if he sees it. Callan will
Oh, you're
throw,
gonna have something crawl out of the water behind Maven as she's talking.
and I'll say, well, "You mean like that, Maven?" And do my rendition of what she just told with the silent image.
All right.
When I can, add a little thaumaturgy as a grumbling growl.
All right. Roll me a no, I'm gonna go with the original. Now you have disadvantage, re-roll it, Theo. Because
Well, I was trying to signal Theobald that I was up to something first, so I don't know if you saw that.
So this is for me. This is to scare me.
So now I have to roll perception to see if I saw the tip off.
let's go with that
And
first. Yeah, because I forgot the tip off part.
And
So
if I miss the tip off, then I've got a 2 + 6. Perception would be 21.
oh yeah, you saw the tip off.
All right.
Did I?
All right.
I was behind you.
Oh,
I was behind you. Okay, so roll me a wisdom save there.
no,
Maven.
that's not going to be very good. I think I have a -2, -2 to wisdom. No, I have +2.
You're a druid.
Yeah, I know. These stats are really good. Oh, that's a 9.
All right. Perfect. So as she tells you all this, and like you're drawing from some like stories that are probably bull crap. And
So now this
Theobald starts to
Theos-
pick up on the fact of like, all right, this is crap. And then all of a sudden, from behind Maven, Callan just kind of is like, oh yeah, wink, wink. And like kind of like that. And coming out of the water, a creature that resembles a lot of what you described, and it looks real, and it takes you off guard, and the fact that it's just getting dark and there's the fog forest on the other side. Oh yeah, it knocks you out of your boots for just a second.
Oh God. So I point the end of the rod, that chrome rod, at this creature. I don't know what this thing does,
Yeah.
and it
Theobald's
probably
going
doesn't
for
do
cover.
anything. I point it and I say,
So holding the rod,
Callan, make it go away. Callan,
do you hit the crystal, or are you just holding the rod threateningly?
I'm holding it threateningly at first. I want to hit it so bad though. Just
Okay.
to see what happens.
The
but
creature is on the shoreline, just
all right, I hit the crystal.
And then
I gotta...
when she's pointing it at that, Callan probably isn't paying attention, so the illusory creature's expression mirrors Callan's own, which is like a what are you gonna do?
oh, all the eyes. Yeah.
I hit
And
the crystal.
hit the crystal. Okay.
Oh God! I hope I didn't waste this really good plot device on an illusion.
Oh no. No, not at all. Gosh, this gotta be the right one. We won't mess around with that. No, that actually might work right now. Yeah, all the big eyes, Sorry. We were playing before. So yeah, as you're holding this out, I'd like you to roll me a d20.
A d20. Now I'm gonna use this d20. The stone one's gotten a lot of love. See
I
what
love.
the mojo. Oh, nat 20. Hello.
Ooh.
Carnival dice. We love.
Okay.
Makes it real.
Now roll me. With a nat 20, it takes me to a different table.
dear
Roll,
Lord.
Oh,
roll me a percentile.
A percentile.
oh, those are always wonderful.
Those are fun. Okay, I'm gonna do D10, and I'm a professional gamer, so I know what a D10 looks like. Okay.
Both of them.
Yeah, I know. It's a 44.
44.
Mhm. Got some synergy with these dice. Yes. Ooh.
Okay.
Oh God.
Give me a
Okay.
minute.
You can tick off, just keep track. One charge has been used.
Okay.
So from the end of the staff you're holding in its direction, and all the eyes, and it's winking, and and all of a sudden this beam of multicolored light goes flying out from it. And from basically where it touches the ground, about 10 feet in front of you,
Mhm.
for 50 feet into the water is pure cement. If it wasn't for the fact that this is an illusionary creature, it would have been petrified, and anything in a 50-foot straight line.
Yeah,
Whoa.
baby. Woo!
Okay.
Now, depending on the stability, you have made a 50-foot bridge
Yes,
Weird.
I
on a
have.
100-foot river.
Hmm.
Which, by the way, the look as that beam shoots out is the also same look that's on Callan's face, which when he sees Silly, yeah, like that, then boom. And that
Ah.
is we're going to leave off this episode.
Hold
with
on,
the
I need to make a
shocked.
call. You ready?
Okay, we're doing this.
Okay. This is an easy one for Scott, and then
Mhm.
probably leave the response for next time. He's making a call to the halfling mayor of the Cliffdrift district in Dragonlock. He just remembered that. Oh, I still got to shake stuff up in Dragonlock. Try to get the Terrafin cult going so that we draw power away from the dragon gods. He calls and talks to Counselor Gourmet Longfoot,
Mhm.
telling him, fortunes are shifting in the shining cliffs. Hurry, seize the fame and bounty of your dreams. Adorn the cliffs with the joy and jubilation of Terrafin.
You are going to feel the connection. And we're going to say timeline wise, this is not happening the second after this pulse went off because it doesn't make sense.
Right.
But you will get the connection. There will be a very long pause, almost to the point when you're thinking, he's not going to answer. But then you are going to hear, who is this? How dare you talk to me? I will find you. And when I find out who you are, that cuts.
I just made a new friend, guys.
Damn pop-up ads.
But after that beam in the bridge, we'll say maybe that was during some of the Klein on one of the breaks. That is where we're going to leave off this week. Thank you everyone for joining us. Remember, sorry. I was reaching.
That's what
find
I'll
us
remember for next week.
episode name. Eek. Find us on Facebook, Down with Dragons, or on Discord. Check out our episode. This episode will be on YouTube within about 24 hours. Also, look for new episodes of Dungeon Patrol. They're closing out this season as well very soon. And just and we will upload pictures on Down with Dragons on Facebook, so you can get a better look at all the dice versus us trying to very uncoordinatedly show them through the camera. Thank you again, Catherine.
Thank you.
And until next Tuesday, everyone have a great week. Be safe, and we'll see you next time.
Take care.
Thanks, everybody.
So,
Post-credit scene.
post credit,
I could make another call.
are we out or no?
Not yet.
Oh, we're
No,
not.
still here.
All right. You know what? I actually do have another call that could happen, and I'm hitting my space bar on. So I would say it would have been probably in the morning that you would have received a call, Callan, a sending of your own. You'll hear a familiar voice. This is probably right after the conversation with we'll just keep it down here. You've all had a few moments after the beam little shock and realizing that Silly once again gave a nuclear device to people. You're all kind of taking it in, and then Callan, you'll hear a familiar voice in your head. Hello, fool. I haven't found you yet. Where are you? I've been talking to so many of your friends. Come now. Where are you?
I recognize this as who?
You recognize.
I know.
Who do you think it is, Theobald, seeing as we're in post?
I think it's Diana.
Good guess.
That's not good. That's not good.
We're not done.
That's not good.
Do you respond?
Yes. Yes, I
There.
do. I do. I respond. And here's my response. Diana, you are the key to the greatest mystery. I must know. How much wool would a werewolf wear if a werewolf could wear wool?
Roll me a Constitution saving throw.
Okay.
You all hear him say this nonsense.
Okay. That is 15.
15, that's enough. Maven,
Yeah.
Theobald,
Yeah,
you hear him say this, which obviously is going to break whatever thought you were in,
yeah.
and look over at him. Diana, you don't know a Diana. Or Maven, you don't know a Diana. But you do see a little trickle of blood starting to come out of Callan's nose as he has this big shit-eating grin on his face and says this. And then Callan, you hear, that's very rude. I'm looking for you. I have been talking to many acquaintances here in Highport. I want to find you, Callan. Where are you? And you feel this connection still there.
Oh, so I can just keep talking?
Yep. And there's a little bit of pressure in your head.
Okay. Oh, Diana. I don't know why you're being so intense, but you should celebrate with me. I just rappelled down my first cliff.
Oh, good. Cliffs.
That
Where
should
are you
narrow it down, right?
Where are you headed? I would love to find you. I've kind of assembled all of your old acquaintances and made them mine. I have a lot of things, and we're dying to see you.
Hmm. Yeah.
Roll me another Constitution saving throw.
Okay. That one is a 8.
8. Okay. You're gonna take 6 psychic damage,
No. Ouch.
and there's more. Like blood is continuing to run out of his nose.
Alan,
What's going on here?
take out a rag or something.
And yeah, you can't break the link. And you really should have dealt with me better in the cave. I didn't want to take her body. I had a body prepared. But now I have so many choices. Highport's my port now. And I will find you, fool.
Okay. Yeah, I like that song. High port is my port now. High port is my port now. Why, Diana, why so rough?
I'm going to cast.
No need.
Okay.
You're going to all of a sudden just start to hear like this sound of ringing in your ears, and you are going to pass out and drop back. And that's where we're going to end this episode now.
Okay.
Until next week, everyone. Take
Let's
2.
try this again.
All right.